Okay. Thanks for being here. I'm Vincent Le Gallic, and I'm the CTO of Comet. I will tell you the story of Comet briefly to explain why we had to tackle the problem of onboarding to continue our growth. And I will make a demo of a new solution based on the WebAuthn and the account abstraction. So Comet is a company that runs game on-chain. We put your economy, the assets and engine of our games on-chain, and everything run on smart contract. We had developed crafting and rental protocols used by guilds and thousands of players over the past few years. And you can believe me, manage a game with 10,000 active player per month on Polygon mainnet was and still is a very big technical challenge. When a blockchain network starts to have success, DeFi projects arrive and take all the available block space available, and gas spike directly and impact the user experience, and interacting with our game become very slow and very expensive. And we have another problem. We spend money to grow our user base. And in this model, all wallets are happy because we bring them a new user. On-ramp services are happy because we bring them new customers. And Polygon is happy because our players need to buy some Matic to pay the gas. But what about our players and what about us? The funnel is so complicated that most users give up with us being able to play a single game. Our conclusion is simple. This model doesn't work. To solve our own problems, we built a middleware scalability solution and community engagement tools. Of course, we also use other market solutions, but sometimes dependencies on other services have put our game down for several hours. And our priority is to guarantee a top experience for our user. If we have to build ambitious things for that, we just build it. So this is Comet and the Alembic solution, or Layer 2 and Boiler.gg, a Discord bot. So we are not the only ones to have problems trying to build a fun experience on the blockchain, and we help several partners, and that is how Alembic.tech was born. And that was the genesis of the project, and sorry for the long introduction, but I have to place the context to understand why we need account abstraction right now. So what's wrong with Ethereum account? The short answer is external owned account. I'm not going to repeat what everyone knows. Install a wallet, save a seed phrase, buying crypto, and manage the price of gas when I have to manage my transaction. All the onboarding UX on Ethereum is painful for a new user, and I think there is no debate about the idea that is not suitable for the vast majority of users. But innovation takes time. For 20 years, eBay has constantly improved its homepage to provide a better user experience. On Ethereum, it's the same. Developers are looking for solutions, and overall, there is a huge progress. But the challenge remains very difficult. As recently mentioned by Nicolas Bacca in a talk about account abstraction, there is a trilemma that seems impossible to solve between a good level of the good level on decentralization and high security and a good UX. And added to this problem, the current Ethereum account design lacks flexibility. Because your EOA is both your account and your signer, if you lose your key, you lose everything. Most people cannot afford this risk. Let's see how the account abstraction aims to solve this problem. To create a more flexible system, we need to separate the responsibilities. We pass from an old model on the left, in which the EOA, managed by your MetaMask, for example, is both your account and your signer, to a new concept on the right, on which the account becomes a smart wallet. The notion of account becomes abstract, and each project can then decide to implement their own logic. And account abstraction unlocks many benefits for the end user. By transferring the user authentication from the network to the smart account, You can, for example, recover your account if you lose your key, or send gasless transaction, or batch multiple transactions for approve and execute in a swap, for example. And you can implement multiple validation logic to support different elliptic curve, and I will talk about this topic in a few minutes. I can't talk about account abstraction without talking about EP 4337, and this proposal emulates account abstraction on Ethereum, but is not a secret for developers. Ethereum does not yet support account abstraction natively. And Vitalik talk this year at ETC is about the whole story of account abstraction. And if you want the whole story, you can check the Vitalik talk. Our vision of account abstraction is when you are paying the bill in an expensive restaurant in Paris, or paying a bus ticket does not require the same level of verification. In a contactless payment with your credit card, knowing above 50 euros the payment will fail allows the user to reduce the verification process. This is the reason why Alice is so confident in this picture, because the spending limit rules is enforced at its account level. Even if the wallet of the DApp is wrong or tries to scam Alice, the payment will fail. But allowing users to make frictionless transactions on blockchain remains a big technical challenge for developers, and this is the reason why we create a SDK for that. So just before doing the demo, this is an overview of the architecture of the solution. The SDK support many different ways to sign a transaction, and the SDK sends signed message to an API that wraps the signed message and sends the transaction toward the smart contract. And this is Gnosis safe, actually. And the smart account executes the transaction only if the signature issued by the owner is valid. So let's go for a demo. If you have a mobile, you can scan this QR code, and you will create a smart account with biometric signature, and you will mint an NFT. So I let this QR code 10 seconds. Without internet, this demo doesn't work. Yes. Too many people on the front end at the same times. Okay. All my team is here, my technical team. So what is the problem, please? And is your phone, it is working on your phone, or the same? Okay. And I think bring all people at the same time of web page is still a big problem. Okay. Maybe I have a video of the demo. I always have a video for a demo. It's very weird. We test the demo maybe 100 times. And okay. Too bad. Trust me, this demo is working just 5 minutes ago. You can bookmark this link and just test in 10 minutes, and you will see the experience. So I can describe you the experience. You just have to put your finger to create a wallet in the Secure Enclave. We deployed a smart wallet, and we just mint an NFT on Polygon mainnet. So I'm very disappointed. Oh, it works. So let's go. I have to register myself to create a profile, to create an Ethereum profile. So I can put, Okay, okay, I give up. So, how it's work? We use WebAuthn to sign our message in the secure enclave. And what is WebAuthn? WebAuthn is a standard, an open standard, supported by, supported by all mobile devices because it's pushed by Google and Apple. It's based on public key cryptography like Ethereum, and the DApp never accesses the private key. The secure enclave is a separate chip explicitly designed to handle sensitive operations related to security and privacy. The important idea is that before WebAuthn, we, as developers, had no way to securely store secrets from a web application. Now, thanks to WebAuthn, we can do that. Oh, sorry. And this demo shows the usefulness of account abstraction. We changed the verification logic hard-coded in the EVM by a new verification to support WebAuthn elliptic curve. This part was done in partnership with Ledger, and I recommend you to watch the Renault talk about gas optimization. I'm not going to read all the steps, but you just have to remember that at the registration step, the private key is generated in a secure enclave, and a smart account is deployed controlled by the derived public key. Note that for optimization reason, the safe can be deployed only on the first transaction, because the computation of the wallet address is deterministic. For the authentication flow, we use it to sign the transaction intent. You just need to understand that we are using WebAuthn signature to sign the user's intent to make this transaction with data and the target smart contract. The signature of the meta transaction is made in a secure enclave, and our API wrap it in a transaction and send it to the smart contract. Is it ready for production use? Yes. Not the demo. Actually, but I think the front end of the demo is a Netify or a cloud services. Bad idea. All my demo is completely realistic on layer 2, and we are integrating this solution into the next version of our game. And you can come on our booth for a demo of this game. This is the brand new version of Comet. This is Cosmic Battle. And because we are going into production, we can't ignore some issues. The question is, can I use my account on multiple devices? Yes, you can with trusted device management. You can authorize a new device with your phone to say, okay, I want to use my profile on my iPhone, on my MacBook, etc. And what about if I broke my device, and I will focus on recovery method, because user can lose their device, then be unable to use it for WebAuthn authentication. Several recovery methods exist. You can rely on passkey, with your Google or Apple account. You can back up your keys, or you can use social recovery like Argent Wallet, and allowing user to designate friends or family or other trusted address like your Ledger, for example. And in the event of lost wallet, guardians can initiate a recovery procedure, allowing the user to regain the access to their smart contract. Note that the guardians never own the smart account or its phones, and they can only initiate a recovery process. And the DApp authentication can be very useful here. A few words about integration. These few lines of code are enough to generate the flow of the demo. With the creation of the wallet and the gasless transaction, and we are ready to use adapters to implement account abstraction functionality with any signer, and you can use your own signer if you want. But when you want to use WebAuthn as a signer, you just have to give a parameter to say, okay, my signer type is WebAuthn, and with this 4 lines of code, the flow of my demo. But maybe at the end of my talk, I will retry the demo. Conclusion. 3 recommendations to end my talk. Show your service before showing the wallet. Web wallets are coming because Web 2 users want value before friction. They don't want to install a wallet right away. They come to use an app or play a game and let them choose later. We have to adapt the security to the profile of our users. Smart wallet allow great flexibility. And depending on user profile and context, some users will take control of their safe with their own security policies for interoperability or clear sign or spending limit. But this solution meets the need of 99% of users when they are discovering your application. And finally, gradually show the power of wallet. The idea of progressive wallet disclosure is the way to go, in my opinion, for Ethereum adoption. But remember that abstraction is not suppression. Don't take bad shortcut like I'm going to manage my user keys in my backend. It's easier, it's not true. And anyway, you have to be regulated and do a KYC for your user in French if you do that. And it reduces security. You inherit a lot of problems, and in the Web3 design, each user has a wallet. It's at the heart of the value proposition of a decentralized network. For all these reasons, we are sure that multi-sig wallet or smart account are the solution for the Ethereum onboarding challenge. Thank you for having me. If you want to try a solution that combines decentralization, security, and good UX, you can check our doc, test our SDK, and because I really want to show the demo. I take 1 minute to retry. Hop. Hop. Je mets ça. OK. So my computer asks to access to my secure enclave. So I have to click to continue. I have to put my finger on my mobile Face ID because I configure Face ID to secure the access to my secure enclave. In this step, a smart wallet is deployed on Polygon mainnet. This is a Gnosis safe. And we put as a owner the derived public key of the private key generated in my secure enclave. Well, I think I repeat this phrase maybe 20 times. And I can click here to mint my NFT. Again, I have to authorize the access to my private key. C'est vraiment l'effet démo. My finger. Crazy. And I want to show you the TX hash of the transaction. So, oof. Thank you. Woo! So this is my smart account. This is a Gnosis safe, and I can show my wallet here. And here is a list of my trusted device. And on the next demo, we will show you how to add trusted device and how to add a guardian, etc. So thank you very much. And if you have any question, here we go, or we can talk later. I don't know if we have time. Merci.
Any question? Does someone have questions, please?
Thank you, thank you.